Only Donald Trump can save American democracy, and only with our support. Now that the quid pro quo gate hoax has collapsed, like the Russiagate hoax, the prostitutes are inventing a new quid pro quo hoax. Now the Democrats are saying it wasn't money that Trump dangled before the Ukrainian president in exchange for an investigation of Ukraine's contribution to the Russiagate hoax. They are saying it was a presidential visit to Ukraine. I listened to the latest CIA-directed prostitute plot unfold today on NPR. 3 semi-males devoid of integrity did their best to substitute a visit to Ukraine by Trump for the unsubstantiated promise of money. The visit is all third-hand, as there is no mention of such a visit in the telephone conversation between Trump and Zelensky. The impeachment hoax now rests on unverifiable alleged conversations between Trump aides and Zelensky aides that Trump will honor Ukraine with the visit if Ukraine reopens the investigation. Whether this is the investigation of the Iranian company closed down by Joe Biden or the investigation of Ukraine's contribution to the Russiagate hoax has yet to be made clear by the prostitutes. This is how hopeless the coup against Trump is. Nevertheless, it might succeed anyhow. It is a known fact that the CIA director John Brennan orchestrated the Russiagate hoax, an act of sedition, and it is a known fact that FBI Director Comey committed a felony by misleading the FISA court, and it is a known fact that FBI official Peter Strzok and his FBI mistress were involved in a plot to prevent Trump's election, and so on and on. Yet despite the publicly known information of their crimes, no indictments have come forth from the Justice Department. Is Bill Barr sitting on the evidence and indictments until Trump is driven from office? We have to understand that the Republicans are as corrupt as the Democrats. Just as Democrats do, Republicans want the money and careers that service to the ruling interest groups provide. Draining the swamp means cutting interest group politics and money from the process that governs politics. As a number of scholars have researched and concluded, the American people have zero input. Both political parties want to keep it that way. The test before us has nothing whatsoever to do with Trump's guilt of any of the hoax charges. The test we face is whether the American people can retain any control over their government, or whether control passes firmly and irrevocably into the hands of the deep state. As I wrote the other day, if Trump goes, democracy goes. The CIA's control of the Western media is now complete. The story of Operation Mockingbird, the CIA's large-scale program beginning in the 1950s to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes, aided and abetted by CIA funding of student and cultural organizations and magazines as front organizations, is well known. Udo Olkov's book, Bot Journalism, is now available in English from progressivepress.com with the title Prostitutes, embedded in the pay of the CIA. Olkov, a German journalist for the major German newspaper, describes how the CIA has completely destroyed media independence throughout Europe. What this means is that the entirety of the Western world lives in the matrix created for them by the military/security complex. The real dangers destroying the West go unnoticed, because they are not seen as a threat to the economic interests of the ruling oligarchs. All of Donald Trump's problems as president are due to his intention to normalize relations with Russia. Such a normalization would dispense with the enemy that justifies the $1,000 billion annual military/security budget and the political power that accompanies it. President Eisenhower told Americans in 1961 that the military/security complex was a threat to their control of government. Because of Cold War hysteria, Americans did not listen. Therefore, today they have lost control of their government. Only Trump can recover it for us. Trump is rich. He doesn't need money. He is narcissistic. He is not dependent on the Har media's opinion. He stands up to the prostitutes who are a megaphone for the military/security complex. The ruling establishment, not the American people, has decided that Trump has to go. Why does anyone support the ruling establishment? The ruling American establishment has always sacrificed the American people, truth, and justice to its narrow selfish interests. Why do American progressives want to help the ruling establishment get rid of President Trump?